What's up, y'all? Episode 4 of Reventbuilds Behind the Build. We got a bunch of active projects, new ones coming in. Let's get into the updates. So we have a pretty big remodel addition project in West Austin. We started doing a lot of work on the foundation for the addition in the back. Now we've gotten into the main house. Demo has begun because we're doing a big kitchen, laundry, new gym. They have a 2-car garage and a boat port, and we're closing in that boat port to be the gym and the laundry. So there's a lot of work on the interior, which is great. So I'm glad we're making progress on that. Our homeowners have moved out. You know, when you're dealing with these custom homes, our homeowners have this beautiful property with this beautiful landscaping. And of course, right where we're digging for the new foundation is right through all these irrigation lines. So we had to get an irrigation contractor out there, reroute everything so that all their landscaping can stay alive in the areas that we aren't touching. It's like Tetris. You got to fit everything in the right way. And then sometimes you find out it's not going to work and you got to go with different plans and just kind of always stay mobile and flexible. So the $1 million pool, like I said, once we got our piers in, that we were gonna fly, and that's exactly what we've done. So now that we've got those piers in, we have a big retaining wall going around this whole square. And then there's 2 piers in the middle that go up about 20 feet tall. We've got all the rebar in for both of those things, and we have our engineer inspection Monday. So this is gonna be our second pour, which is another big waypoint for a draw for the project. So we're getting money for this so we can pay for the pour, all of our supplies. But then what's great is after this is done, we can start on the final foundation at the top. So then we have to bring in all of our select fill it all up, put the foundation cap on the top, and then we can start forming up the pool. So each of these waypoints is just really exciting. But, which is another awesome surprise, our client wants to do a huge addition on the project. We're already doing this much work. So now he wants to add square footage to give him more resale value, which I think is an excellent idea. And I'm never gonna shoot down a time where a client wants to pay me more money. So it's just great. We love our client. We're working together. We have some awesome renderings, and then we sent all of that to the structural engineer because now this new foundation might actually give us a little levity where we were gonna do these long steel posts to hold up this deck, which had a ton of steel. So potentially we do a new foundation at ground level, build up the addition, and then do this deck on top of it. So they might be saving money in some areas while adding money in others. But it's just always exciting when you get to expand on a project, especially with great clients. Okay, so we have another really great project, mostly a kitchen and master bath. We are painting the house. We're doing like some other things to the dining area, but a really cool kitchen and master bath. This is another project where our clients just fell in love with us and they just keep creeping. And I think it's worth double what they started.
We want to get to drywall because a lot of our expensive trades are done then, right? So plumbing, electrical, HVAC, structural, steel, and framing, all of those are done prior to drywall. So once we get that payment, it gives us a little bit of breathing room. 75% of contract payment is due when drywall's hung because honestly, that's like the biggest lead time. That's one of like the biggest checkpoints. Getting all of our rough-ins, all of our structural, all of our foundation, all of our floor prep, like all of that stuff gets done before drywall. It's all the ugly shit, but it's a huge chunk of the project. And then honestly too, it's like a big win for clients because now it doesn't look torn up. Now they have covered walls, you know, it looks like something they've seen before, right? Walls are up, they don't have to see all the crazy shit that's in the walls. But then very shortly after it becomes, you know, messy again, right? We're painting, we're mudding, putting tile up, stuff like that.
Getting through the rough phase is just so freaking daunting, and you have inspections and there's all this dirty work that goes on and it's slow moving and it seems like the house is just sitting. But then when you hit finish out and that drywall goes up, the whole space takes shape. You can actually really see it transform. And then each week, some new tiles going in, cabinets are going in, countertops, like lighting fixtures, plumbing fixtures. So it's just really exciting and there's lots of progress. And that means we're at 75% of the way done. So really you can taste that finish line. And boy, do I love just moving through projects and closing them out. The office has been bonkers. We've got our cabinets in. We're in the middle of tiling. We are getting electric trim installed. So like all of our track lights hung on those trusses. We're getting tile in the bathrooms. We're using some of our leftover reclaimed wood for awesome wood accent walls. But this is just the stage that I get so frustrated because it's like, You're so close you can taste it, but you keep hitting these obstacles. But you're just hanging in there and you're just kind of punching back as you're getting punched. Another thing that I did was, you know, we mostly do residential, so ADA is a big component in commercial. So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna wait till the final inspection. Let me call my ADA consultant. Let's do a pre-final walk, which was so eye-opening, and I'm so glad I did it. For instance, our existing parking lot, it already had a handicap spot, but maybe that was grandfathered in from a long time ago. It sloped more than 2%. So now I talked to my asphalt contractor and we can raise that up and get it more level. Our back door landing of our ADA entrance is also sloped for drainage, but it can't be more than 2%. And he gave me all these little details and he told me everything that I need to do to have a clean inspection, wrote me a report. We're gonna get it corrected so that when I call out the final, we're good to go. The kitchen fit for a Viking. Our 90-day timeline is up August 17th.
Like, we got all of our windows framed, we got all of our rough-ins done, all of our drywall, everything first coat painted, all of our flooring repaired. Like, it's basically good to go. Once we get cabinets, it'll be cabinets, countertops, backsplash, finish out.
So what we're gonna do is this job's gonna sit till early August because we're waiting on our cabinets. So what we're gonna do, clean everything out, get our plastic down, move the dining table back in, give them a little temporary table with like a microwave, move their fridge back into the kitchen, at least give them some peace and quiet till we come back in and do cabinets in early August. If cabinets go in first week of August, I think we're gonna hit our deadline of 90 days before August 17th. I'm pumped about it. We're making progress. We gotta just keep pushing. All right, our Lake Travis estate project. The view is breathtaking. The grounds are massive. Just being out there, you're in awe. On the casita, we're demoing the whole thing down to the studs. You just go in, savagery, it's like a war. You rip everything out, no problem.
In the casita, we're doing full electrical replacement and full plumbing. So plumbers are gonna go back, run a camera just to see where all the sewage lines are, and then we'll rip all that stuff out of the slab.
The main house, there is so much that we're keeping. We're keeping some existing flooring, we're keeping existing cabinets. There's some beautiful solid oak doors and wood trim, and we have to protect it all. So we took a lot of time being super careful to really protect that house, but demo is officially 100% complete. Joseph, Andrew, and Rod Plumbing did a full walk, just laying out all the work they had to do. It just came to our attention, and we wouldn't have known this before because it's all behind the walls. The water lines that were used in the whole entire house are called Kitec. So Kitec has been discontinued. There's been a class action lawsuit against the product because there's high levels of zinc in the tubing that breaks down. It causes clogs in the tubing, and then that causes them to spontaneously burst. And basically, we're right at the time where like all of these things are bursting. So why this is a disaster is if we fully finish out this house, but you have the Kitec behind all the walls, then a fully finished home, a pipe could spontaneously burst and it could flood, cause thousands and thousands of damage after a finished product, mold, all that crap. So now the new game plan is get rid of all the Kitec. What does that mean? We have to cut into all the walls, into the subfloor. We have to get all the Kitec, cap it, but then we're running new PEX to all the fixtures in the whole house. When we get in there, we don't know what exactly we're gonna find. So this is a delicate situation. We need to meet out there ASAP next week to come up with an in-depth game plan. Our owners, our clients, they really wanted to get in the house before Formula One in October. So I had to just deliver them the bad news that we're gonna have to replace all of the Kitec in the whole house, and most likely they're not gonna be in before Formula One. I had a huge meeting with them with a lot of positive things, but I hit them with the bad news first because I like to be transparent, but I like to just get that stuff out of the way. It's not a fault of mine. It's something they didn't know, and this type of shit just happens. And the good thing is, we're already painting the whole house. We're gonna be doing drywall in a bunch of different areas. Like, if we weren't touching the main house at all, this could be way bigger and more costly of a problem. But we're already doing a bunch of work there, so we'll kind of just mix it all together. We'll get it handled. We'll get it taken care of. All right, so next week, I want to have a game plan to deal with this Kitec. I want to get some pricing together, figure out exactly what we're gonna do. We have multiple other change orders. There's all cast iron plumbing in the casita. We're gonna have a full bid on that. There's other things that our homeowner wants us to get prices on, and I would love to just lock that down. All right, y'all, killer week. I'm so freaking happy with my team, all of our subcontractors. Everyone is killing it. Business is booming. This is one of those feast times. I always say it's either feast or famine, but I'm really trying to enjoy it right now. I'm trying to just revel in all the work. We're keeping our quality up. We're keeping our clients happy. We're bringing in new business. The future is very bright. I couldn't be more excited. See y'all on the next one. As always, thanks for watching.